Around the world, people are experiencing the impact of climate change in real time as extreme heat waves and air pollution affect human health. According to the 2025 Lancet Countdown Report on Health and Climate Change, published last Wednesday, it's worse than ever before.
Climate change risks on health and the threats to our health and well-being are growing and are reaching new record high levels across most of the indicators in which we're monitoring them. And we're also seeing a world that is kind of backtracking on the necessary climate actions and on previous commitments that would have protected people's health and people's well-being.
The report, released about a week before COP30 in Brazil, found that since the 1990s, heat-related deaths have increased 23% to 546,000 annually. Wildfire smoke was also linked to a record 154,000 deaths in 2024, and burning fossil fuels was found to cause 2.5 million deaths a year. Experts are urging leaders to use COP30 to take meaningful action to address the worsening health consequences.
So we need well-articulated global efforts to ensure that, firstly, we are adapting to climate change and we're supporting all countries in strengthening our health systems to give a good response and reduce the threat of infectious disease transmission and other adverse health impacts of climate change through good health system adaptation. That needs funding, that needs knowledge, and that needs cooperation.
This message has been echoed by billionaire philanthropist Bill Gates, who wrote a blog post last Tuesday arguing COP30 should center human welfare and focus on bettering health and agriculture in vulnerable nations.
Carbon footprint, our impact on global air emission. Have you ever wondered how your daily actions affect the air we breathe and the planet we live on? From switching on a light to driving a car, this mark is known as your carbon footprint. A carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases, mainly carbon dioxide, CO2, methane, CH4, and nitrous oxide, N2O, released into the atmosphere because of human activities. These gases trap heat in our atmosphere, causing global warming and climate change. Every product we buy, every trip we take, and every meal we eat produces some amount of greenhouse gas. For example, using electricity from fossil fuels, driving petrol or diesel cars, eating meat from livestock, and even throwing away waste all contribute to our carbon footprint. Scientists usually measure carbon footprint in tons of CO2 equivalent per year. The higher the number, the greater the contribution to air pollution and global warming. The main sources of global carbon emissions include energy production, burning coal, oil, and gas for electricity, transportation, vehicles, airplanes, and ships that rely on fossil fuels, industry, manufacturing and construction, agriculture, livestock and fertilizer use release methane and nitrous oxide, waste, decomposition of organic waste in landfills produces methane. The increase in carbon emissions doesn't just make the Earth warmer, it changes everything around us. Let's see some major effects. Climate change. Higher greenhouse gases cause temperature rise, leading to unpredictable weather, droughts, floods, and stronger storms. Air pollution. Emissions from factories and vehicles add harmful particles into the air, causing respiratory problems like asthma, coughing, and lung damage. Melting ice and rising sea levels. Global warming melts glaciers, causing sea levels to rise and threatening coastal communities. Ecosystem damage. Changing temperatures affect wildlife. Many species struggle to survive or migrate to cooler regions. Human health issues. Heat waves, poor air quality, and spread of vector-borne diseases are increasing because of our high carbon footprint. The more carbon we release, the more we disturb the natural balance of our atmosphere. The good news is we can all help reduce our carbon footprint. Here's how. Save electricity. Turn off lights, unplug devices, and use energy-efficient appliances. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Proper waste management helps cut methane emissions from landfills. Use renewable energy. Switch to solar or wind power when possible. Renewable energy doesn't release carbon dioxide like fossil fuels. Choose public transport or carpool. Fewer cars on the road mean less pollution. Walking or cycling also keeps us healthy. Plant trees. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. The more trees we plant, the cleaner our air becomes. Every action counts, no matter how small. Reducing your carbon footprint isn't just about saving the planet, it's about protecting our health, our future, and the generations to come. Together, we can make our air cleaner, our environment healthier, and our Earth more sustainable.